Women about to be 30 or in your 30s, please stop listening to men like this.
Most of you women that are 30 and up are invisible to most of us men that are doing what we're supposed to do.
Okay, I'll be the one to say it. As a woman in her 30s, I hope I'm invisible to you. I hope you don't see me. I hope when I'm out, you don't even look at me. And if you do look, most importantly, you don't speak.
Single black women who can't find a man. I see a lot of women who can't find a man. But once you hit 30, you become invisible to the men that go out here and do what we have to do.
Always a man with a ruffled Durberry hat on and a City Trends chain that's going to tell black women who ain't looking and why they ain't worried. Let's listen.
You guys, is it possible for a woman to get invisible the older she gets? From 30 upward, do you think it's possible that a woman can get invisible? Like when she walks into a building or she walks into a room and nobody sees her. You know, when you're younger, you get noticed when you walk on the road. People will be like, oh, fine girl, hello, hello. Everybody want to talk to you. Everybody want to appreciate what you're wearing and all of that. Do you think that's saying that when a woman gets older, she's going to get invisible? Do you think that saying is true? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, because there's this man that was saying that if you're above 30 and you're a black woman, you are very invisible because men don't see you. Let me show you this clip and I'll come back and talk about it.
Women about to be 30 or in your 30s, please stop listening to men like this.
Most of you women that are 30 and up are invisible to most of us men that are doing what we're supposed to do.
Okay, I'll be the one to say it. As a woman in her 30s, I hope I'm invisible to you. I hope you don't see me. I hope when I'm out, you don't even look at me. And if you do look, most importantly, you don't speak.
Single black women who can't find a man. I see a lot of women who can't find a man. But once you hit 30, you become invisible to the men that go out here and do what we have to do.
Always a man with a ruffled Durberry hat on and a City Trends chain that's going to tell black women who ain't looking and why they ain't worried. Let's listen.
So all of that, I need my man to make $100,000 and all that's out.
I know he don't have no money for real because he said $100,000. We are in Trump's economy, babe. We live in America. $100,000 is the new lower class.
Just like we want women that are in shape. Oh, you don't want to talk about that? Because I know who I see when I go to the gym.
Sir, you've never been to a gym, let's be honest, and you look like you're on your last leg. Black women have raised their standards and black men are getting so upset about it. Not all black men, just that kind.
Oh, they want white women and Asian women and Spanish because they know how to act. They know how to be feminine. Y'all don't. Y'all are too masculine. That's why y'all become invisible.
Black women have started journaling and drinking water, drinking smoothies, caring about what goes into our bodies. We started meditating, and some of us are deep into shadow work and spirituality, and some of us are getting closer to God. Some of us are starting businesses. Some of us have been in business for 5-10 years, and it's successful, and it's actually successful. Some of us are going back to school. Some of us are about to graduate. Can't speak for all of us, but all of us ain't worried about you or men like you or men that think like you. When you change your quality of life, your quality of men change. And when you raise your standards, you'll see that the men that can't reach those standards will become angry and they'll start to attack the very people that they claim they can't even see. If that ain't delusion, you see that a black woman is masculine and takes on some of the characteristics of men, it's because she had to be like that in order to survive in this world. That's hyper independence, and it's a trauma response to always being let down and having to rely on yourself, having to teach yourself, not having people around you to guide you. So we get there, it just takes us a little bit longer. But when you see a black woman that isn't living in survival mode, you'll see a soft woman. And that's what we're striving for. A lot of us are being lied to. We're told that a man is to provide this soft life for us. And that's why a lot of us are screaming, I want a man with money. I want a man with money. But really what we mean is, I want a man with stability. I want a stable life. I want to get out of survival. More and more black women every day is saying, you can struggle by yourself. If you find a woman in the gym, a white woman, wherever race woman that wants to wake up to that every morning, so be it, but you gotta leave the black women in their 30s out of it. Please, we want to be left out of the group chat. Please, I beg. This might be a just me thing, but I stopped listening to American men and started dating non-American men, and I know freedom. I know peace. I have seen the light.
Is there anyone else out there in their 40s like me who feels kind of invisible? Like, I'm not as cute as I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm definitely not as fit as I was in my 20s and 30s. I don't have as much hair as I used to have. It's literally falling off like the top of my head.
You do become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman, unfortunately. I don't get asked out on a lot of dates. I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles or if it's just a strange town.
What is the biggest confidence killer for women over 50? Men over 50. They never look at you anymore.
When I was 55, I felt like I was starting to fade. I felt like I was starting to go invisible. I felt dismissed. I felt ignored. I felt like I was washed up.
When I was 15, I started modeling, and it was a very hard thing to walk away from. Then around the age of 45, I started noticing that the way I was perceived was slightly different than what I had become used to. And then I would put photos of myself in bikinis. All of a sudden, I started getting the influx of, "Are you a little desperate there, Grandma? How about you cover up and spare us the look of your poor aging body?" I was sort of getting relinquished to the invisible women category.
Most of you women that are 30 and up are invisible to most of us men that are doing what we're supposed to do.
It's hilarious to me how you guys keep lying on this app. Women in their 30s and up are not invisible to you guys. It's crazy. I mean, you guys are literally out here chasing women like lions. And then you go back and say, well, women are invisible to us. No, dude. Y'all only say that women are invisible to you because women don't want you. And you realize that now. And the reason why they don't want y'all is because y'all don't know how to behave. You don't know how to be men. I keep telling y'all, you're going to be 90 years old, wondering why you're still single.
I personally feel like it is false for you to say when a woman is getting older, she gets invisible. I don't believe that, right? And I just feel like that is the lie that they are selling to women and make them feel like, oh, whatever you need to do it before you clock a certain age. Because once you get to this certain age, nobody sees you, nobody cares, nobody want to do life with you. And that is false, right? And they also say that your beauty depreciates the older you get. I'm not saying when you're old, like old woman, you're not going to look old. You're going to look old, which I feel like it is a beautiful thing to look old. There's nothing to be afraid of. For you to get to the age whereby you're looking old, it's a blessing, right? Most people don't get to that age and they are gone. So if you can get to the age that you're looking old, I just feel like it is a blessing. You've lived your life to a certain point whereby you are looking old. You're also going to be fine for your age, if that makes sense. And I just feel like the lie that they tell women to make them feel insecure about themselves, to make them hide just because they're like, I need to rush and do so many things before I clock 30. And I don't know why they always make that 30 years old as a very huge age whereby you must have your life must have been put together. As a woman, you must have a man, you must have children, you must have a career, you must have done so many things, you must have money and all of that if you're clocking 30 or before you clock 30 or in your 30s. They kind of pressure women and tell them that you must have given birth to all your children before the age of 30 and all of that. And I feel like that's a lie and pressure they kind of give younger girls so that they can rush and do so many things even before they are ready to do them. When you're talking about beauty fading the older you get, I personally don't believe beauty fades the older you get. I feel like you're going to look beautiful. If you're a beautiful person, you're going to look beautiful in your own way for your age. It's not like you're competing with a 20-year-old person. You that you're 50, you're not competing your beauty with a 20-year-old young lady. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't compete your energy with a 20-year-old person because the energy is different. You won't compete metabolism, so many things going on. You're not going to do that because 50-20 That's a lot of gap, right? So for your age, you're going to look beautiful for your age. You're going to look the kind of energy you will have. Some people even have extra energy. I've seen 50, I think 60 years old or 70. I can't really remember, but I've seen 50-year-old woman very beautiful. Like I didn't even know she was 50 until she mentioned that age. Then I've seen 70-year-old woman lifting heavy weights at the gym. Like a muscle were strong, 70 years old. And you will see some 70-year-old women or men that they cannot even stand upright and they are using walking stick, or they can't even do anything by themselves just because they're already old. And I also feel like I should say this because some people feel like, because some people come on, like sometimes this trend was going on TikTok, and somebody probably in their 40s will come online and be like, I am 45 years old, but I look like I'm in my late 20s. You guys, she doesn't look like she's in her late 20s. She looks like she's in her 40s. And the thing is that you looking exactly your age is not an insult. It's not an insult. It's not a bad thing. If you're looking exactly your age, it's not a bad thing. But you thinking that you're 40 or 50 and you're looking way 20 or early 30s, and people now tell you, that's when you start feeling bad, right? There's nothing wrong embracing your age, embracing the moment you're in and enjoying it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So, if men feel like they do not find women above 30 attractive anymore, it's their loss. Okay. And they are actually saying this because they've seen that women in their 30s have upped their game. Women in their 30s and above are actually very pretty and they cannot even meet their standards. Right? In fact, women in their 20s also, like I've seen women in their 20s, like I'm like, what? They're so pretty, they're so ambitious, they're as in they don't take nonsense, right? And these men are just very worried and they're scared. And what they're trying to tell probably women in their 20s, like, you know what, just settle for us. For when, because when you reach 30, we're not going to see you anymore. I just feel like is that fear they're putting into women and younger girls to tell them that please settle for less. Settle for less so that it gets to a stage whereby you be the one begging us. And that's a lie. A woman is always needed in a man's life, right? No matter what age you are, they always need you. They always want you. A man always need a woman. So if you feel like you're not going to find a man because you're getting older, it's a lie. You're still going to find a man. A man will still need you. A man will still want you. It all depends on you. So you picking and settling for less just because you're afraid you're going to get to a point whereby no man will want you. I just feel like, for me, I feel like the only way a woman can feel attractive and be attractive whatever age you are is the love you have for yourself, right? You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. And this is that if you love yourself so much, it reflects. You don't need to tell people like, oh, I love myself so much. You don't need to say it. It reflects that this person loves herself. This person like herself so much. It shows. So when you love yourself so much, I don't like that's already attractive, because the fact that you love yourself so much, it shows that you will not take any BS from anybody. Anyway, you guys, what's your take on, as I asked earlier, do you feel like women get invisible when you work in a space where from 30 and above? Do you think when you walk into a space they get invisible? Let me know your thought down in the comment section. I personally feel like you cannot get invisible. It's not possible unless you want to feel invisible, unless you are feeling invisible. You can't get invisible. You're still human. When you walk into a place, people will notice you. I still notice older women, old women, and I see them, I see them. In fact, I appreciate some of them. I used to appreciate their skin. I'd be like, wow, you're at this age and your skin is glowing. Like the skin will be glowing. I appreciate older women, their dresses. I don't know. They're not invisible for me. So I don't know. What's your take on this video? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, it's your girl Mariah Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.